the way, may I come back to Adam Harris? I noticed a lot about the Harmon affair. And what he said about giving benefits to people who helped them in the pre-election period and now. And I agree with you that it is wrong, it is reprehensible. However, we should, why were we not similarly outraged when Raphael Trotman, at the opening, I think, of the AFC office, when we're told that Lloyd Singh built their office for them. In fact, Ramjatan's speech said that. And Raphael Trotman spoke about individuals making political investments and expecting things in return. Why were we not similarly outraged by that? Are we being selective? Are we being selective? So Trotman gets a free pass on making a statement that is so outrageous like that a 2 months back, and Harmon gets slaughtered for what he said. But I noticed Harmon said that he had to sign many things for both APNU and AFC supporters. Was it that he was saying that we both do the same thing? So why would Nagamutu feign ignorance and some of the others feign ignorance of what Harmon did when Harmon has had to sign similar instruments for many AFC supporters? And why were we not so outraged when we heard about these 30-something advisors that were appointed overseas? And Nagamutu's office has been a nest of patronage. He has not done any work on behalf of the nation. He enjoys massive resource at his disposal, much of it for personal, because all of the benefits that he gets, the perks of office. But he's been using this. I've gathered they're just in Port Moran. They rented the old cinema and made it into a government office. And now a relative of his is now being paid by the state to man the office. I was told this just coming here. But if you examine how many people they've appointed in the regions, it's unbelievable. This is political patronage. But many, many people have now these instruments that they're advisors on investment and all sorts of things, running around communities in North America, often using these certificates or these instruments to extract money from people, saying that they can arrange for them to get benefits at home or to make things smoother because they're advisors, etc., and collecting fees on behalf of fees for facilitation fees, that's what it's called. So why are we not similarly outraged? We've been pointing this out in the PPP for a while. So I hope that that focus will also be on what they said. And what is obscene about the statement by Trotman and Ramjatan, because they both were part of that, is that they are negotiating in secrecy a power deal with the gentleman who built their office. And Jordan said 28 cents per kilowatt hour, that's the cost of generating power. 28 cents, when it was 11 cents, we pointed it out, it was and that they were negotiating a power deal at about half of the 28 cents, 14 cents per kilowatt hour, when it now costs GPL around 11 cents per kilowatt hour, and that is if you include amortization to generate power. But there's a big deal that is being negotiated in secrecy now when this happened. Why are we not similarly outraged when they Feathers Lloyd, they argued that they were using an evaluation report that we did, and in fact that the evaluation report ranked Feathers Lloyd as number 2, when the evaluation report in fact had disqualified Feathers Lloyd. And they're now going to award a multi-million US dollar contract, upwards of $18 million to Feathers Lloyd without any tender. Why are we not similarly outraged? And I'm pleased that Transparency International Guyana has asked for certain things, because we said, if you're getting all of these donations, every week we hear about donations, going to businessmen asking for $15 million. Almost, I spoke with several businessmen. They've been asked for $5 million, $15 million for some project in the government. But we don't know whether there is any accountability or what benefits they're getting for these projects. Gail has to leave. So why don't we? I'm pleased that Transparency International Guyana has asked for these, so we're going to get it. But they can't be selective only on the Harmon issue. Look at what Trotman and Ramjatan and Nagamutu find out how one of their supporters got a $420 million contract without any tender. For the supply of fertilizer. What about those issues? So, yes, sorry about that.
During the BKF point,